give us just a reaction of what you saw in court today? I know this, I can't even imagine.
I just really had no bond. I think it's good he got the bond. I just didn't want to have a bond at all, you know. I just want him not to be able to get out at all. I just want to go straight to prison and just never get out ever again.
I know that they asked for $500,000 and the judge lowered it. How do you feel about that?
I didn't like that. She should have did 500,000, but I can set 250,000. But, you know, which could have been higher or no bond at all.
And you all have had your suspicions about him. Kind of, does this confirm what you were suspecting?
Yes. Yes. I knew it from day one.
Can you tell us about that? Is there a moment that you kind of knew?
When I got to her house, it was 8:40. She left at 8:30. I went in the house for a minute, came back out. I texted her I had a dream of her car being stolen. And she replied back, "Aw, man," which was weird to me. So I FaceTimed her. She didn't answer. So I said to her, you know, just be mindful about your surroundings and, you know, pay attention where you're going. And she didn't call back. That's not like her. And she never called back. And she never texts back. Ever.
Do you think that all man that wasn't like her, do you think that was her answering?
No, that was him. I believe he had her when she walked out that front door.
Does he have any violence or history of violence or anything? You know?
I never knew he was violent, but now that I'm finding out things, I know he was stalking, and some things happened, but I found out later from friends first that, yeah.
So you think he was kind of controlling, possessive?
That I know he was, because he would go through her phone, and she was doing hair at home, and he had a problem with men coming in and get their dreads and stuff done. And so she had got a booth somewhere on 8 Mile, so that she wouldn't have any problems with him. Then when they broke up, then she just went back and started doing it from her house.
When did they break up?
I want to say September.
And how long were they dating?
A year.
Can you describe their relationship? Have you been around them when they were
Yeah,
together?
he was around my whole family. When I say I thought he was the one who was going to marry her, just he was good to her kids. He played ball with them. He took me to their haircuts. Ashley's father was murdered also April 8th of last year. He was there for that. He went to, I worked for Stellantis, and we had a Christmas extravaganza last Christmas. He was there.
Formal.
The formal. He was there. He was always at my house. I cooked. He was part of the family. So I'm just really shook that he would do something like this.
Did it give you any hope to hear the prosecutor say that they are still hoping that she's alive?
No.
Yeah, I think, you know, we heard from the chief and the police, and based upon the evidence, you know, there's, you know, reason to believe that she is not. We know the prosecutor is legalese, right, until the body is found. In a courtroom, you know, they're still making those assumptions. But, you know, last night, you know, the family was very clear that, you know, based on the evidence that, and what was shared with us by the police, that, you know, she's deceased at this time.
And I know, have you informed her kids at all of that update?
I know you were just talking about how they're asking for the man.
So yesterday I went and got them. I told this 10-year-old, he just screamed and hollered and asked why would somebody do something like that to his mother, because she's so kind. how she takes care of them. Who's going to take care of them now? And he's supposed to be a chef, and he's supposed to buy her house, and he's supposed to cook for her. And they had plans, and now it's like he said he's not going to do anything now. He don't want to do anything anymore. And he's asked me questions like, is he going to his dad's, or he's got to stay there now? And I don't know. I can't break down. I've been strong this whole time, looking every day from day one. And it's like I can't really like lose it because now I got to take care of my grandsons. And so I just got to always just keep being strong. But I get tired and overwhelmed. And I just want to thank everybody who helped me. I'm glad I went on live on Facebook. I'm glad that people share. I'm glad for social media who sent me information about all sorts of things, his family and people he knew and addresses. I thank the media for when you all came out, that y'all were on the ball. Y'all were calling me all the time from day one trying to get it on there. And, you know, we don't speak on why y'all didn't get it. I'm not going to go there. But once it got on, even they would call me and would tell me updates so that I wouldn't see it on social media. Trying to just protect me and protect my family. So I really appreciate that.
Do you have any feelings to just how full that courtroom was? It was no seats. Some reporters couldn't even get in. It was so full with support.
Yeah. I was on social media. I said I felt like I was alone and I didn't have anybody. And everybody showed me I did. That there are still villages out here. And yeah, I'm going to be okay with time. The boys will be okay with time, but it's just heartbreaking. She didn't deserve this. She was really a sweet, even when she was born, she was a child who never cried. And growing up, she didn't do too much. She was real quiet and happy. She was the person that everybody went to, her friends, for advice. And yeah, this is just hard.
She was missing. She's still missing. You still don't know. What would help you right now? What would help you in any way right now?
Just prayers. Just everybody pray that we find her. Just pray. I've looked, you know, so I'm sure that they probably know where she is. They probably still looking for her. You know, that's what I feel. You know, they just gotta find her.
Even if you know in your heart that she's possibly deceased.
I know she is. I knew it because they took too long, so.
You still want to just have your baby home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least we can lay her to rest, you know. She's my oldest, and I always told them, my kids, you know, to stay close. Because if something happens to me, then she was supposed to take care of them. And I don't know.
Have they described as he being cooperative or is he combative, or have the police told you at all?
As far as the,
When they arrested
oh
him?
no, we don't have any information as it relates to that.
Did he ever reach out to the family at any point when you guys were talking, trying to figure out where she was?
No.
What would you say to him?
But we accepted him. We accepted you in our family. You met her grandmother, you met her aunt, you met all her father's side of the family. You were good to those boys. You know, you didn't think that how it would affect those boys, the ones you got their haircut, the ones you kept sometimes when she had to run errands, the ones you played ball with, the ones you took to the park. You didn't care about them. It's just sad that he didn't even think about them. I don't know.
Was that an immediate red flag to you that he didn't call when this all started?
No, it was a major red flag when she said, "Oh man," I knew it in my spirit something was wrong, and I knew that he had been there 2 days prior, acting like he was a client. He went on her website and booked an appointment to get his hair done, and then he came to her house. He knocked on the front door and the side door, and they didn't let him in. So here he is, 2, 3 days later. Boom, she's gone. That's sickening.
Can you describe any other stalking type incidents where he was doing that?
I don't know. A friend of hers said that she felt like somebody was always following her in her car. Something about another time he tried to make an appointment, but she found it was him, and she called him, and he confessed that it was him, and he just wanted to see her, that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Why did she decide to end it with him, or was it?
When we find out he had like 6 and 7 different pages, like on Facebook, he would have the same people on his page, like responding or replying or, to whatever he posted, which is strange. The same 6 people are not going to always say something. You're going to have different people, different days say things. And that's when we start realizing that something wasn't right with him.
Do you think those were fake or?
Oh, they definitely were.
Yeah.
He was good with computers and doing things on them and making fake pages, making fake documents. We just really didn't know who he was. We thought we knew him, but we really didn't.
Did you know about going AWOL in the military or the other fraud?
We found out that he was in the Army. He did tell her that, and I asked her, did she ever see him with, a picture with her? She said she saw, but didn't know about AWOL. A cousin had said they didn't know. So he was in the Army, and then all of a sudden he was home.
What do you all think of when the prosecutor was going over the misstatements he made to police and his internet search history?
We were aware of some of those statements. If anything, it shows how calculating he was, that this was premeditated, and it shows the monster that he is. We're still waiting on more information as it relates to that. I'm sure the police knows more than we do. But to hear that, it says a lot about him and the monster that he is.
So you think he planned it out all ahead of time?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Not just, you think not, he didn't just plan it, but he planned to get off. I mean, he's hoping allegedly to pass a polygraph.
Yeah.
Right. That says a lot, right? You're researching how to pass a polygraph. You show up 2 days before and prior. This was no doubt premeditated. I was a prosecutor. I did homicide cases. This is as premeditated as you can get, right? He planned it every step of the way. It's just, you can't fathom why would someone would do this. You're talking about a mother, a 30-year-old mother of 2 children, and she didn't deserve this at all. But everything you heard in that courtroom, just from those messages alone, I think it says a lot about what he did and how this unfolded.
That's good.
Anything else anyone wants to add?
Again, we want to thank the media. Definitely want to continue to thank the community for their support. Outpouring, to see all that love and support in the courtroom, it does mean a lot. And ultimately, we want Ashley home. And when I say that, I mean we want her body found. And we know the police are working on that. They're working diligently on that. And we want to move forward. We want justice in this. And I said this last night. It seems that this case is resonating with a lot of people, probably for a lot of different reasons. We should not have to see our black and brown women murdered. We should not have to deal with boyfriends or husbands attacking their significant others. These are not things that should be happening. This is not normal. right? And we shouldn't accept this as normal. Whether we're police, whether we're everyday people, whether we're prosecutors, whether we're, you know, family members, this is not normal. And this should not have to happen to anyone.
Can you talk about your background? You're a former prosecutor, you said. Where were you a prosecutor in
Wayne County.
Wayne County?
Yeah.
How many years?
That was, now I'm giving away my age. That was 98 through 2004. I was with the Mike Duggan administration at that time. I was a chief in the office, a deputy chief. Worked in the homicide unit, so.
You're a civil attorney now?
I do some of everything, right.
Did you ever think you'd be on this side of that attorney-client role?
You know, I was speaking with someone before, no. I mean, once again, I think society grows numb to these things, and you see it on television, you see it in the movies, and you think, wow, that's so sad for them. To be on this side is devastating. It gives you another understanding. You know, it's like, that's why I said this is not normal. It shouldn't be accepted as another occurrence, another, you know, unfortunate female who, you know, went missing and you know, at the hands of their ex or their husband or boyfriend. It just should not be accepted as normal. But it gives you a different understanding being on this side, no doubt.
And he is my daughter's brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's my mother. That was her first granddaughter.
Yeah.
You watched her grow up.
Oh, yeah. We all had a hand in raising her.
And then you embraced this gentleman into your family. How does that make you feel?
I only saw him a few times, but that was her friend, and he came to my house all dressed up for a formal affair, and the stance that he had, and he, you know, I just saw some class in him, but we didn't know who he was. We didn't know.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Great,
time.
thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.